I was talking to a girl and asked her what trait I have that makes me unattractive. She said that even though I am funny and have a cute character, it looks like I am not a man yet. I am not manly and still seem like a boy. I am 21, though. How does one become manly and charismatic in the eyes of a female audience? Story 1. Your question is flawed from the start. Women do not understand what a real man is. However, if you want to appear manly for show, that is different. Story 2. Step 1. Stop having your life revolve around females. Step 2. Stop listening to females about what a man should be. Would a female listen to a man about what a female should be like? Now, they would call it sexism. Step 3. Live your own life. Do whatever makes you happy. Step 4. Stop bothering with females. When you do that, they come to you. When you chase, they run, especially if it is in a dark alley. Story 3. A lot of people will probably say go to the gym and work out, and while it is definitely something everyone should do, being physically active and living a healthy lifestyle, forget about any girl that chooses to fixate on your physical appearance. My advice would be to focus on your career, upskill yourself, and grow in your job area. Find and engage with healthy male friends to help shape and grow your healthy masculine character. Work on your hobbies and passion areas. People who are passionate about things are quite attractive. Build good platonic friendships with women close to you, such as at work, church, social, or sports clubs. Read about the world and culture, form opinions, and be eager to have discourse with others on deep topics. Be a gentleman, open doors, and pay for friends. If they get upset about this, honestly, run away from those feminists. Walk on the street side when walking with a woman. Healthy masculinity calls out true, beautiful, and healthy femininity in women. Show them that they can feel safe and protected around you. In summary, work out and exercise, sure, but focus on building your healthy masculine character, hobbies and interests, and your career. Story 4. Stop submitting yourself to women like that. If you are following whatever a woman says she wants, you are basically treating yourself as a tool only worth as much as some woman validates you. You are communicating to them that they hold 100% of the value and you have only as much value as she or they are willing to give you. That would not be attractive to a woman who wants an equal partnership, and even less so to a woman who wants a man to lead or take care of them and head the household. Before you misunderstand, no, I am not saying to turn into a stubborn, dismissive person who does not care about anything a woman says. I am saying the first step to take is to solidify your own identity and act in accordance with your best interest, even if that means not getting along with every single person or woman you get to know. Story 5. To quote Napoleon Dynamite, you have to have skills. Being able to do traditionally masculine activities is masculine. For example, build a shed or work on a car. Story 6. Are you a man? In that case, you are already man enough. The most manly thing you can do is stop caring about what people think of you, unless you are unpleasant, of course. Work on yourself, but accept who you are. That includes your flaws, real or imagined. Story 7. If you try to be more masculine, it will come across as fake. You just have to be comfortable in your own skin. Be who you are. Be kind, put yourself out there, and you will find the right person. Pretending to be something you are not will backfire. Story 8. I wish I had a simple answer for the original poster's question. Some things happen to us quite quickly, like the breaking of our voices. No girl is interested in a boy with a squeaky voice. Our body shape changes too. I did not notice it myself. I had gone out with a girl when I was 18 or so, and then again just before I was 20. We were in the shower together, and she told me, "You look like a man now." I think that she liked what she saw. I know that she was impressed by how I dealt with the car I had that kept breaking down and how I spoke to a policeman who stopped me for a missing light. Story 9. Do not worry about others. I am gay, so being seen as less of a man probably comes with it, but some of my female friends have confessed their feelings for me even though I cannot return them. Perhaps being manly is not all it takes to attract women. I just live my life and try to be as honest as possible. Honesty does not require cruelty. You just speak what is on your mind and know when to do it. Some people might think you are rude if you speak the truth, but those who care about you will appreciate it and trust your honesty. Admit your mistakes and do not take all feedback personally. If the goal of being manly is to attract women, then just be a decent human being. Relationships will follow. But if you want to be manly, then go to the gym, find some stereotypically masculine activities to do. Play sports, fish, practice martial arts, know how to fix things, maintain your composure, be patient, know how to set relationship boundaries and do not be afraid to do so. Story 10. First of all, do not worry about how women perceive you. I have only heard women talk about masculinity. You never hear other men say, that guy could be more masculine. Accept who you are and build your self-esteem. Story 11. As much as I struggle with this same dynamic, women like that are not worth courting. What an awful thing to say. I bet she would not react as well as you did if you said, you are great, but you are not womanly enough. Story 12. Don't let women define masculinity for you. Don't ask a woman what it means to be a man. That's like asking a fish how to be a bird. That was your first warning sign. Asking a woman literally anything about that kind of thing makes you appear less manly. I get it, you are anxious and you want to attract that girl. But for some reason, she is interested in the captain of the football team who is 5 years older than her and doesn't know she exists. Why doesn't she notice you? Well, yes, we have all been there. I cannot even tell you how many times I have been rejected for older, more masculine men. It is ridiculous. That was at 21. Then one day you wake up at 35 and suddenly all the girls are going home with you or sending you flirty text messages. It is partly your age, I will be honest. I am not trying to put you down or anything, but for me, I did not really start feeling like a man until around age 30. Patience, my friend. You will get there. Story 13, you're asking this in Ask Men, but this is definitely more of a question for the girls. I'm your age too, so maybe my thoughts can help. Firstly, you don't have to become manly. I promise it's way more of a turnoff to pretend to be something you're not. Most girls I know actually find it rather attractive when a man is comfortable enough in his masculinity and sexuality to have no problem with more feminine things. Some people do prefer manly men, but I promise not all. Preferences vary. There is someone on the planet who would think you're the hottest person ever just as you are. If you are less of a manly dude, maybe smaller and nerdier, I suggest going for similarly nerdy girls. As a band girl, I can confirm most band girls seem to prefer less overtly masculine dudes. One of the biggest things women find attractive in manly men is safety. I never thought that was my type, but now that I'm dating a big tough, gun-carrying cowboy, I get it. Currently lying in bed next to him, I don't think there is a safer place I could be right now. So, just like watching girls' backs in public, being safe and not creepy, hold on to her as you walk down a dark street at night. Stuff like that. Unfortunately, it's a big scary world for women sometimes, and it feels amazing to feel 100% safe for a change when most of us go through life looking over our shoulders and covering our drinks at parties. Also, manly men tend to be skilled in trade-type stuff. I don't know if it's a biological instinct or what, but it is very attractive to be taken care of. It's oddly attractive watching my boyfriend change my car's oil, clean out my gutters, or fix the 60-year-old piano organ I bought because I'm a nerd. It just feels nice to know I've got someone who can take care of me. Obviously, you can't become a car mechanic overnight, but don't be afraid to take initiative and help her with things that you can. Story 14. Confidence, taking the lead on things, emotional intelligence, a sense of direction through work, future career or school, and motivation to complete goals are important. Being hardworking and able to provide or pay bills is essential. In my opinion, it has nothing to do with appearance, but a beard does not hurt. Story 15. It's probably how you carry yourself. Sure, you can go to the gym and act tough, but most men don't do that and are still considered manly. You are 21 years old. At that age, you are probably not out of your shell yet and are still immature. Some people mature sooner than others. Story 16. Start lifting weights, learn how to fight, approach women, and overcome your fear of rejection. Increase your income as well. Acquire hard skills such as coding, mechanics, and construction. Being 21 is still young. Do not let that girl's comments affect you. Meet younger women, and they will see you as older, more mature, and therefore more manly. Story 17. Focus on self-development, be independent, and be responsible. Most importantly, do not be a people pleaser. Do not let others tell you what to like, how to dress, what jobs to get, or what to spend your money on. You are an individual with your own passions, so asking others to make decisions for you can be counterproductive if it is not something you enjoy. Keep your passions and plans to yourself unless someone has achieved what you want to achieve. Spend time with people who share your interests rather than trying to impress family members, coworkers, or old friends. Age does not eliminate manipulative, insecure, or controlling behaviors. As you grow older, you quickly learn who supports you and who does not. Some people who seem to like you are trying to control you. This can lead to becoming egotistical and insecure as you age. Choose a partner who has similar interests and goals so you can be vulnerable with her. Otherwise, you may never feel emotionally satisfied. Story 18. Being manly is not about changing who you are. It is about becoming more of your full self, grounded, purposeful, and less apologetic about your value. You are already ahead. You are asking the right question at 21. Most do not until 30. Story 19. It doesn't matter what others think, whether men or women. Have accountability, ownership, drive, and resilience. Develop these qualities and commit to what matters to you. Then everyone will find it attractive, good, and appealing. I say everyone, but those who don't, you can simply ignore. They are not relevant. Maybe you are challenging the status quo at work to avoid laziness. Maybe you are asking others to take risks or work harder. Maybe you are inviting someone to join you in a lifestyle that won't always be comfortable but will be fulfilling. You don't need those who oppose you. Stay true to your values and principles. Others will join you because a person of purpose is powerful and attractive. Story 20. That's her type. Not every woman has the same preference. Be yourself and stay in shape, but don't think all women will be attracted to the same type of person. Story 21. Don't change who you are for anyone. She was just trying to say no, thanks. There is someone out there who will love you for you. Story 22. Confidence makes you attractive to a woman, but do not get too cocky because it can be off-putting. I know it is easier said than done, but honestly, a woman will be attracted to you if you are self-aware as well. You will probably get answers that are mostly general responses, but as long as you are not trying to be another Brad Pitt or any celebrity, you are good. Story 23. The girl gave you a data point, not a diagnosis. One woman saying you are not manly does not mean you are defective. It just means you did not signal masculinity in a way that registered for her specifically. That is useful, but only barely. One woman is a terrible sample size. Do not dismiss it entirely, but do not center your self-concept on her take either. What you need is not approval. What you need is clarity and direction. Becoming more manly is not about changing your personality. It is about developing traits that signal sexual, social, and emotional strength, not just to women but to you. Most men your age default to passivity because no one taught them how to lead, how to move with purpose, or how to generate heat in the room. You can learn all of that. Masculinity is not a personality trait. It is a practiced orientation toward the world. The most important shift is internal. A man's point of reference is himself, not other people's approval, not a woman's reaction, not how well he blends in. The man who gets read as manly walks, talks, and acts from a core that says I decide who I am. That is why he can be assertive without being aggressive, confident without being loud. Because it is not performance, it is direction. And women do not just notice that. They respond to it. You do not need to be louder. You need to become more defined. Build physical strength. Set goals that scare you. Learn to speak clearly and slowly. Make eye contact and hold it. Learn to say no and mean it. Take risks, small ones at first, then bigger. Do not apologize for taking up space. Dress like you care about your image, not like you are hiding. Surround yourself with men who push you forward, not hold your hand. Masculinity is not something you get from women's feedback. It is something they recognize when you have already earned it. Real confidence is demonstrated competence. So build competence, build resilience, and do not wait for women to tell you when you are man enough. That is not their job. It is yours. Story 24. At this point, when a man opens the door for me or lets me get into the elevator first, it is a very good start, my friend. Story 25. You're just 21, still discovering yourself and the world. Rather than focusing on how others perceive you, ask yourself what kind of man you want to be. What skills, attributes, or traits do you admire in other male role models? Growing up or around you, figure out who you want to be as an individual and develop your sense of self. Become that person, and the right people will be drawn to you and appreciate it. Don't mold yourself into versions for others who vary a lot. Find who you are now, what you want to be, and select the good from that. Seek out good male role models around you and observe them. Ask for their guidance or mentorship. Also consider what traits you like in others. Observe and gain good discernment of people's characters. It will serve you well in life ahead. All the best. Story 26. Confidence. 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 Women are attracted to confident men. It also makes you more mature. How you become more confident is completely up to you and different for every individual. For most people, getting physically fit is a sure way to boost confidence. Story 27. That means many different things to many different people. Could mean you are baby-faced, softly spoken, you can chat like one of the girls, you are in touch with your feelings, you are too considerate, you do not drink enough, you do not engage in enough risky behaviors, or you do not seem sleazy enough. People have all sorts of absurd ways of making that statement. If you want to become more charismatic, take an improv class or practice talking to people. Literally get on a chat platform or whatever is popular these days and talk to people if you have to. Instead of typing on Messenger, talk to them instead. If you want to appear more manly, grow a beard, be confident, or start bar fights. If I did everything a woman told me to do to be a man, I would be in jail or dead. Story 28. Here is the real answer. Confidence. Women love a confident man. That does not mean being arrogant. It means listening and thinking about what she is interested in. Ask her questions about things she likes to talk about. Another tip. When you walk, walk upright, not slumped forward. Take a slightly longer stride and walk slower. Most 21-year-olds do not get it. It is not all about them and what they want, but about how to please a woman. Do not just ask how to please her. You need to take it slow with her. Women love the build-up. When you asked her directly, you just made it worse. I hope this helps a bit. Story 29. Do not do it for the ladies, brother. Do it for yourself. That is much manlier than doing it for the ladies, to be honest. It is more genuine and healthier in the long run. Confidence from the gym, martial arts, and small projects all build confidence. They build your aura and make you happy. Story 30. Gym and age, a lot of it is experience. Nothing you can do but commit to being a learner of everything. Story 31. Never ask if you are manly. Manly men do not ask that because if you have to ask, then you already have the answer. Story 32. Don't worry about it. Women will always find some reason they are not attracted to you. If you tried to change everything any woman said they were not attracted to, you would be overwhelmed and probably very depressed. There are women who like less traditionally manly men. There are also women who like other women. Story 33. If you ask men who have great success, they do exactly the opposite of what women say in the comments. Story 34. Create confidence through the process of becoming competent at something you are passionate about. Be yourself, not a manufactured version of masculinity. Do what you love. Be responsible. Do not blame others. Lead with kindness. Support others. Have boundaries and deal breakers. Masculinity is entirely subjective. If you try to twist yourself to please others, you will end up bitter and resentful. Do what makes you happy. Be unashamedly yourself. That is actual courage. Story 35. I do not know what social groups you are in, but many women I know do not really want masculine men. Many people are interested in softer, more charming men these days. I would not worry too much about it. Story 36. Slaughter a pig and carry its carcass on your back at all times. Note that you will need to change the carcass periodically, as it becomes unpleasant after a while. Story 37. Being manly is not about being loud, tough, or trying to impress. It is about being steady, self-assured, and respectful. When you know who you are, speak with purpose, stay calm under pressure, and treat people well, it shows. That quiet confidence, combined with genuine care for others, is what really stands out to women in my experience. Story 38. Easy. Never raise your voice. Do not swear or use foul language. Do not talk about sex out of context. Do not care about what others think of you. Voice your opinions. Be calm. Be confident in yourself. Smile and laugh. Groom and dress nicely. It does not matter if you are less than conventionally attractive. People will notice you if you show these traits. Story 39. The most effective and easiest way to be masculine is to not care about being masculine. Just work on whatever you feel you need to work on. Stop caring about who you appear to be and start caring about who you are. Story 40. Be yourself and stop worrying about what others think. Confidence in yourself will beat anything else 100%. Story 41. As a 22-year-old female, I think what attracts me the most is a guy who is clearly interested in me. He flirts with me and shows he cares, even with small things like texting me if I am sick or opening the door for me just because. If I am feeling down, he will notice and ask me about it. Even if I get new nails, he compliments them, you know? For me, I am not really attracted to the stereotypical manly man. It is actually kind of a turn-off. I dislike toxic masculinity and just want a guy who is confident in himself and his masculinity, knows what he wants and wants me. Story 42. Man to man. You are not a man yet. You will understand as you get older. I realized it as I got older. Story 43. Seeing a man act responsibly and stand up for someone in need completely changed my perception of him. Story 44. Competency above all else. They don't want a child to mother. They want a man they can feel safe with and trust to take the lead. Boundaries. They do not want a George McFly. If the girl can walk all over you, she will never feel safe with you. Direction. You must both have a plan and constantly move toward that goal, not wait for something to happen for you. Enlightened self-interest. Whenever you make a decision, your first thought should be whether it is good for you, then your partner, family, friends, and others. It is not that you do not consider other people, but rarely at your own expense. I like to help friends, but I will not do it if it means I cannot pay a bill. Story 45. A lot of people who say you are still a child are usually projecting. That being said, in my opinion, it is about how you carry yourself. Acting like you do not care will not do anything if it is not genuinely how you are. It is also just as important to know when someone is not right for you. If someone cannot appreciate you genuinely being who you are, then there is your answer. Story 46. As a girl, do not ask us unless you want a tough answer. For me personally, you do not have to change how you look to appear more masculine. Masculinity is not about looks. It is the way you act. If you are not as masculine, it is okay. But if you want to look more masculine as a personal preference, then I suggest you do these. 1. Change your body language. Go to the gym to boost your confidence. The way you dress says a lot about you. Find a style that is not geeky. Do not care about others' opinions. Please be confident. Confidence is your power. Story 47. Work towards being the best version of yourself. Go to the gym and maintain a well-groomed appearance. Learn skills and a trade that have real-world applications. Show that you know what to do, can take charge, and effectively lead a team. Be confident. Don't just fake it. Most importantly, do it for yourself, not for others. You are still young and have time. Story 48. You're a young man through and through. She just wanted to put you down gently by making you question your own masculinity instead of being straightforward with you by simply saying you are not her type. I promise you, whatever you are now, that is man enough. Story 49. Just be assertive and be willing to take action when it comes to defending her and any potential children. Be yourself regardless of whether it is likable or not. Story 50. Okay, I am not a man, but coming from a woman. Posture, confidence, career drive, and work ethic. Chivalry such as opening doors. Story 51. Be confident. Stop fidgeting in front of others. Maintain fitness or overall health, and practice proper hygiene. Story 52. Frankly speaking, you do not need to change anything physically. You are perfect the way you are. You can try going to the gym if you like. You just need to improve your communication skills and listen to her problems without interrupting. Try to plan things properly, such as dates, respect boundaries, and look into her eyes while speaking. Do not laugh at her and always show respect. Basically, being a gentleman makes you manly. Story 53. I posted earlier today asking how I can be more masculine in the eyes of women, but within seconds, moderators removed it. Every post I make in this subreddit gets removed. Why is that? I thought this was a men's safe space. Story 54. Wear sleeves. Roll them up. Nice boots. Smell nice. There is no right answer here, though. Jim's good advice, and it always is. She either is messing with you or doesn't see you as manly and is expressing her tastes. Either way, it doesn't mean you're necessarily in or out. Keep pursuing her if you want to, but when you find the answer, that's the answer. Story 55. Unfortunately, you will not escape the persistent perception of being seen as a boy until you are at least 25. I am a woman, and it really does not matter what you do. Women see a man in his early 20s as a boy since it is well known that the man's frontal lobe does not fully develop until age 25, especially if you are younger than her. Here are some tips. Do not ask a woman questions that make you appear insecure. You will grow into manhood eventually, but learn everything you can now. Please do not try to force maturity. It looks unnatural, and women can definitely tell. Activities like partying frequently, drinking often, and doing reckless things like jumping off a roof make you appear your age. It is important to have fun in your 20s. Improving your wardrobe can also do wonders for the initial impression before your age is known, so consider working on that. Additionally, having a clear goal for the next 5 years of your life shows maturity. Story 56. Take online courses from an expert in male personal development. Once others see you successfully dropshipping on Amazon, they will admire your newfound confidence. Story 57. I assume that there are many women out there who will like you for who you are. Find one of them. Do not try to change yourself for other people. Story 58. Manly means mature. Not manly means immature behavior. Be able to plan and execute. This includes small things like dates, as well as longer tasks such as planning trips, managing your finances, planning your future, and exploring career interests. Take care of yourself. This involves caring for your skin, health, finances, mental health, dental health, and more. Emotional intelligence. This means being able to talk about your feelings, empathize with others, be considerate, navigate emotional topics, remain emotionally stable, and control your emotions. For me, these 3 things are the key points. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.